Welcome back, guys, to some more F1 2016 The Mod, running on the F1 2014 game. Today we are in Canada with the Sergio Perez car, driven by Sergio Perez, in the Force Indy car. Got Alonso on the left hand side and Button in front. Not bad places for the McLarens this year. Let's see what we can do off the line. Using a new wheel still, and I just can't seem to get these starts right. I don't think it seemed to matter too much in the last game, but this one really can't seem to get it right as I go really close up into the back of Button there. Didn't mean to do that. I've got my teammate Hulkenberg on the outside, Palmer up into 11th. That's not a bad spot for Renault this year. Grosjean going incredibly slow on the outside left there. He gets a much better run than I do. So does everybody else, to be perfectly honest. So go just about missing Hulkenberg there. Palmer now going incredibly slow. Obviously it'll be the first time he's driven this circuit himself. We've got Massa up into 11th. Not a great position for the Williams. They don't seem to be doing as, don't seem to be as prominent as they were last year, which is a bit of a shame for the Williams because it was really nice to see Massa getting places. Always been a big fan of Massa. So again, the purple Ultra Soft showing. I'm assuming that means that they're going to be on the Ultra Soft this weekend in Canada for the Canadian Grand Prix in real life. As I go incredibly slowly, I've got Kvyat all over my ass, and I think quite rightly because I am just dawdling about here. I know this circuit, especially in F1 14, had a incredibly cheeky little last corner where you could pretty much skip half the corner, so we're going to attempt to do that now. Don't judge me for my terrible attempt at this as I just move up into mix 3. All over the place. I need to increase the saturation on the wheel. That's something to remember. If your wheel is turning a little bit more than you would expect it to, or it seems to be wandering all over the place like this, then give it a just up the saturation just a tiny bit amount, and maybe up to about 30%, and that seems to solve all of your problems, as I do go incredibly cheekily over that last corner and onto the pit straight. Hulkenberg again just seems like he's just come up into 13th. I didn't see his name on the board before. Massa going incredibly slowly, as I seem to get just a terrible run out of that corner, almost hitting the wall on the left hand side as we go over into the V-power board. Just lifting a little bit there, probably not as much as I should have. Definitely had a little tap of the brakes there, so we'll remember that for the last lap as we come on to second lap here. Behind Massa still, seems to be nailing these corners, whereas I just don't seem to be able to get the smoothness. I'll tell you what, I need to drop down into standard mix before we start getting flashing angry lights in the right hand corner as always. Braking softly into this corner. There's a lot of smoke coming up. This, to be fair, I don't know whether or not this is F1 2014 or if it's the F1 2016 mod that's doing this, but graphically, I must admit this game does look a hell of a lot better than F1 2015, and especially as we see on the left hand side there is that Grosjean again that's gone out. It would be a massive shame for it. Looked like a Haas or a Manor. I imagine it would have been one of the Haas, so it could have been Grosjean as we move up into 11th place now. I can see Hulkenberg is behind me, so I'm just going to increase the mix up into rich free. Braking just slightly for this corner, use the cheeky, okay, well I got that totally wrong. As we go into the wall, that is a dramatic change to this. Just getting in front of Button, who we overtook on the first straight. He's coming on the left hand side. I'm just going to close the door. Sainz is pushing through. He's obviously got a bit more speed at the end of that corner. I got that very wrong, but that is what I get for trying to cut that corner way too much. So definitely my fault. Nobody else is going to have to drop this mixture down into standard 2 again. Button took that place back from Sainz, which is good to see. This fast sweeping sector where you don't need to brake. These are hardly corners. Don't really know what happened on that last corner. I seem to get out onto the grass a bit more. I was being overtly cheeky there, so I probably did deserve that. So Hulkenberg taking it. That's my teammate. That's going to ruin this race for Perez, obviously, as you know, if you're a follower of F1. Beating your teammate is everything in this game, or in this sport. 150 miles an hour underneath the Rolex board as that light for the fuel is flashing angrily at me. I don't know whether or not we're going to get a chance to move up into rich free for this. I don't want to end up running out of fuel, so I am just going to leave it in mix 2 for as long as I can. Try and nail this last corner because we totally fucked it up last race. Last lap. Rosberg down into 11th. That sounds like there must have been a problem for Rosberg somewhere along the line if he's having if he's dropped so far down. I don't know where he was. I'm going to take this corner a lot smoother this time. But he's did Rosberg drop all the way? I think Rosberg did drop all the way. Sounds like we had a DNF for Rosberg as well as we come across the line into 11th place. Not particularly great. Let's have a look at what the standings were at the end there. Game 3, so that's not too bad. Fastest lap is a 1:17. I don't actually know how good that is on Canada, to be perfectly honest. Let's have a look where we came. What happened to Rosberg? Yeah, Rosberg and Vettel went out. It was Vettel. It was a Ferrari, not a Haas. I got that totally wrong. Well, there you go. That was Canada. That was the Force India of Sergio Perez. If you enjoyed it, smash that like button. subscribe for more, and drop a comment below if you'd like to see, or what race you'd like to see and what driver you'd like to see. Until next time, guys, bye bye.